Jaylyn, congrats on the win. How was it today just, hearing, the fans just cheering your name and everything after the immediate impact that you brought to the game tonight?
It's just a blessing, honestly. Like I said out there a couple months ago, I wasn't in this position, so just to be here is a blessing, and just to, be on this team every day, I count it, all glory to God. So I'm just excited to be here, and I love the city, I love the fans, and it's just cool, to kind of know that people respect what you do, even though, it might not always show up in points or in the stat sheet, but just the heart and the hustle, that means a lot to me. So.
And how do you use your speed to, create an immediate impact in the game? We saw you get the steal, we saw you with the fast break, and your first WNBA free throws. Just how do you use your speed to just create an advantage?
Just kind of reading my lanes and knowing where I have openings on the court, knowing, I tend to draw a lot of attention when I get to the basket, so I have a lot of dump off and assists. And then tonight, KT owe me some, but that's my dog. A lot. So moving to the 2, not being the point guard, I was in a different position, so I was like, hey, bro, tell them how you missed 3 assists that I had.
It's all right though, baby.
So, I just, kind of use it to my advantage, but also always know where my outlets are, because I know, a lot of times bigs try to come over because bigs like to block shots, so just knowing where my outlets are.
Jaylyn, you've had an interesting journey with New York. You spend the preseason with them. You come back a few weeks ago. Now you're on a series of 7-day deals. But what does it mean to have built this form of trust in the lineup, especially in such a limited amount of time, to the point you're inserted into the game into close games in both the first and second halves?
Just betting on myself, really, knowing that they brought me here for a reason, knowing that, even though it didn't work out when I wanted it to, it always works out in God's timing. So just kind of staying true to myself and knowing that I'm good enough to be here. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't, and just playing Sherrod basketball. That's all I can do. I can only be myself, so just staying true to that.
So how would you define Jaylyn Sherrod basketball for those who wouldn't be familiar with your game?
Honestly, I've always said if I'm not the most hardest working, passionate player on the court, I'm not doing my job. I never held myself to the standards of scoring 30 points or putting up, numbers. It's just simply I got to be the hardest working and most passionate player on the court at all times, or I'm not doing my job. So it was just kind of learning a new spot in the fly, but also kind of I know one time I came down, turned the ball over with JJ, but came back and got a steal. It was just shake it off next play. Coach Sandy did a great job of just, making sure I stayed confident and next play, not getting your head down because you made a mistake. So all of that was just good in the moment because, it was a lot of – I've never been, the nervous type, but, still first moments like that in the WNBA is always, be all right, let me make sure I don't mess up. So, no, it was cool. It was cool. They helped out a lot.
How much did the work that you were able to do with the players that were here during the Olympic break help you and prepare you for moments like this?
They helped a lot because I was able to catch up, because when I first signed my first 7-day, I was kind of just thrown back into it. And, I wish I was here throughout. Things happened, but I would also say that was a great break for me because I was coming right from Colorado to here, so I didn't really have a lot of time to rest. But when we got here, we took off running. It was maybe 8 of us. I can't remember how many, but
or 7.
Yeah, and just having them talking through plays, getting to learn the system, helped a lot. Because like I said, tonight kind of showed, but being able to know where I'm supposed to be from the one position and what my role was in that was very helpful. So yeah, it was cool.
Also, I wanted to ask you about KB and just what her presence has been on this team in the past few games. You smile immediately. Why did you smile immediately?
Because KB, I don't know, she's just a big sister to me. She really took me under her wing since I've been here. And she really just makes sure I'm good, and we hang out a lot. So I'm really grateful for her. She's really helped me a lot on the court and off the court. But I would also say, in general, she's just such a gracious person. She has such a good spirit. She's great to be around. She lights up the room when she walks in. So I think she's just on the court. I feel I call her a silent assassin because she never really she's too high, too low. she's just so steady, but she's really dangerous for us on the court. So I think it's cool. But yeah, she's great.
Do you notice? I mean, people do not expect her first step.
It's really quick. Her and her in and out is really quick. So it's kind of like, and she sets you up for it, which I think is cool. But that's why I call her a silent assassin, because you really never know what's coming. But she always lurking. She's always lurking. So yeah.
You talked about getting adjusted to the team. There's a lot of floor spaces on in the center places for as well. Just how much does that fit in with you slashing into the
Great. It gives me lanes to attack. And I think tonight, that was probably one of the things I did best, just attacking lanes and kicking out. And like, we struggled tonight to shoot the ball, but that's kind of what we needed, because they came and packed the paint very hard. So getting downhill and making the right reads and stuff like that, it's sweet. It's sweet to play like that.
How much did you want that layup that got negated at the end of the third?
That was a good layup.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is. I feel like going into the fourth though, that brought a lot of energy, regardless that it didn't count. So that's kind of like I said. I just want to bring energy and be passionate, and it was cool to see even like the team kind of got up, and because we were really like, I mean, these back-to-back games are hard, especially playing the same team back-to-back. So just bringing energy, it was cool.
Jaylyn, what does it mean, no matter what happens next, what does it mean to not only work with such a talented bunch, an assembly of all-stars like this, but what does it mean to have also gained their trust? What is this going to do for the rest of your career, no matter what happens moving forward?
When I say I'm just happy to be here, I genuinely am just happy to be here. Like, I don't know, most of you know my story, but like, I didn't have hopes and dreams of going to the league. Like, I started school Monday. Like, I'm still getting my third degree right now. So I've always been an academic kid. So like, kind of having this become what it has, is really special. And you don't have a lot of kids from my hometown either come out and be able to like go back and say, oh, I played professional basketball and I did this. I'm from Alabama, so we're all about football. That's all you talk about. So just the like little girls that look up to me, the text messages I get, the kids that from Colorado, I had a bunch, like kids come to Vegas for their birthday, and it was like, what, 14? It was like 14 of them. So just to have like little girls, I really love that. I love giving back to the kids. So this really what my story is about, giving back, because like I said, this wasn't my, like, I didn't grow up and was like, yeah, I gotta be in the WNBA. That wasn't the dream. I was like, I wanted to be a forensic pathologist. So yeah, it was cool.
What are you getting that third degree in?
I'm getting my second master's in criminal justice.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And in the fourth quarter, there was a moment in the fourth quarter where you were set to check out, and Salute was coaching you on the sidelines. And I saw Coach Brondello coming. She changed her mind and she said, "Go get Leo." How did that make you feel in the moment that you were about to get thrown in with a 2-point guard lineup that you probably haven't played with yet?
I really didn't realize that until Salute was like, "No, you're staying." And then I was like, "Well, just talk me through it. What we doing?" Like, I mean, the defense part I can pretty much handle, but just offense, like I said, I've never, like, since I've been here, I was always in the one. So it's kind of different, but they did a great job talking me through it. I know Stewie was upset with me because I messed up a play, but no, it's cool. Like, you can laugh about it now. But just, that just gives me another challenge too now to learn all positions and make sure I know every space. Hey.
Throughout the game, you were playing fast, but I felt like you were playing incredibly in control at the same time. What helps you sort of like play your game and manage everything without putting too much pressure and stress on yourself?
Just picking my moments, really, like knowing, if a certain play is called, the attention might go to Stewie, so then I have more of a lane to the basket for myself, or knowing when to, like, all right, we need to get Jaylyn the ball, like, we haven't got post touches in a while. I think that just comes with being a point guard throughout the years, and playing with, the caliber of players I had at Colorado too, of knowing like, all right, I need to get this person. I don't know, this team really reminds me of Colorado in a sense. Like shooters, I had Frida growing up and Quay and now Nettie. I don't know, I just kind of like made the comparison, and it made it easier to know when like I need to get people touches, or when what needs to happen where, or when I can push the ball, when I need to take it back. So I'm still learning, it's still a learning process. But yeah, I think it just came with being a point guard for so long. You just kind of get a feel for the game.